believe that the words I read are the words I breathe, are the words I preach. I have this vision that likes to tease. It's of me on the beach, just me alone in the ocean is all I see. So I get on my knees, the crushing waves bring peace through my whole body, and all I do is stare, just glare at the ocean. No longer blinded by despair nor aware of commotion. And it was my notion, and I grew a love for it. And a wave hit me, and I flew above it. It's like it gave me power, a feeling of content, enough to prevent every intent of a suicide attempt. But when reality provoked, all three of my eyes awoke, and I sat and I toked, and I wrote it down in notes. There was a time not long ago I got a text on my phone, directed towards my view of life and how I go. She said I inspired her to stop taking pills and face the will. But life has a toll and she paid the bill. She couldn't stall, she had a dark past that I shined past, and I talked to her in the halls and walked with her to class. She said I saved her life from drugs, smoking pipes, and cuts with knives, endless nights of nightclub flights and broken fights. She said thank you, Mike. It's hard to believe you saw me in sight despite of what the school incites. It's hard to believe that the words I read are the words I breathe, are the words I preach. Through my soul is a technique to teach, a new peak's been reached, scriptures made just to be conceived. It's hard to believe that the words I read are the words I breathe, are the words I preach, a lesson and a story to teach, a foreign belief, repairing the torn just to feel relief. There's this flashback in my head and I can't get rid of it, of when I wish to be dead and at times I'd consider it. But the night sky isn't dark, it's abstract art. So when I see myself back then, I see my heart, and I can fathom just a little bit more of how it was worn, tore and roared through a self-righteous war. And when I try to talk to myself, I see a reflection, a feeling of half-empty perfection and self-neglection. But when I scream out the mirror, it seems incoherent, because myself in the past could just barely hear it. It was a white noise with my voice piercing through it, perceived as a consciousness that I would have never knew. I told myself to write, let those feelings pour through. You could say life's agnostic, you got something to prove. I pulled out a pen and designated a part, started writing on paper. That's how my legacy starts.